guys, so it's Desi here, and today I want to go over price action and kind of go over the trade that I took, and let's get right into it. So we did have a sell-off overnight, and I was watching for any areas of liquidity to get targeted, and we actually had these equal lows here on the 1 hour chart, and this is what I used for sell-side liquidity when price actually came down to this area. So I had this marked out like this, and I basically waited for the sell side to get purged, and then look for longs to the upside if the setup formed. Let's break it down on a smaller time frame because this is actually where I take the trades at. So you guys can see that we did have a sweep of this sell side liquidity here. We actually created another equal low at 1 a.m. going into 2 a.m. But before open, hour 30 before open, we actually did form this setup on ES, which actually was a sweep and break of structure. So just going on the 1 minute chart, you guys can clearly see that we, after we took out this low, we had some structure forming and we broke structure. Not a lot of volume because this is, hour 30 before New York session open. And there's not a lot of, conviction for me to take the trade because there's no fair value gap for me to trade into or whatever the case may be. However, once you go on the 5 minute and 15 minute time frame, you can kind of see different things in this market. So now looking at the 5 minute, right? So we had this low that got taken out, which was the hourly sell side liquidity. We had the 1 minute break of structure here, and then we created this fair value gap at 520. And you guys are probably like, oh, you're up this early to take this trade, and you're right. I wasn't up this early. However, I told the Discord I'm gonna start my trading days will begin 30 minutes before open now, just because we've been forming a lot of good setups. And basically, what I waited for was any internal sell side liquidity to basically form and get taken for me to go long. So let's break it down on the 1 minute chart now. So we had the 5 minute fair value gap, right, formed after the liquidity sweep on the hourly chart. So we had a very big target taken out, those equal lows on the hourly. Remember, equal lows basically act as magnets where price will actually be drawn towards and come and sweep a low, break structure, and then move back to the upside. And what I was watching was, so this fair value gap was holding hour before pre-market, and then even at 6 a.m. and basically what I saw is I found my internal sell side liquidity right here on these candles. We created an obvious equal low on ES, and this was actually my internal sell side liquidity that I was targeting, and this is where I would look to take longs. As you guys can see, right when New York session opened, we actually took these longs here because we did get that sell side sweep. I put out on my commentary page in the Discord, I was like, I literally drew something out like this where it was showcasing that I want price to trade back into here, something like this, and then move back up. And that's exactly what we got in the morning, and this is where I take my long, and this is how I had set up my trade. So I had my long position on the sweep, I had my 2 take profit levels, which I'll go over right now, and then I had my stop at these lows here, which is basically a 1 to 3 trade. So the first take profit level was pretty obvious. It was just a high on ES. This is a pretty obvious high that I just had for a take profit level, and we got that hit on that. And once we did actually break this, we created another fair value gap, which once again gives me more confirmation that we are going to take out that final take profit level, which I'll go over right now as well. And let's go over here. Boom, we held this fair value gap into final take profit. And the final take profit level was actually an equal high on the 5 minute chart. So right here, that was my final take profit area. And this is pretty much the only trade that I took today. I didn't have a really reason to trade anything else. We caught a 3 to 1. This is about 9 handles. I took half my position off here, moved my stops to break even, and then I took out rest of my position at this final take profit area on ES. And that was pretty much the trade. I didn't really give everyone like, okay, long here or short here alert signals. Usually I do tell, okay, I'm entering here, whatever. But I had the trade drawn out. I was telling everyone as soon as we get to that sell side, I'm going to look to enter. And then a lot of people did take the entry. I'm not trying to create signal bots, so I try to kind of take off the training wheels sometimes, if that makes sense. If you're in a class, you do the practice problems with your teacher, and then you have your quiz where you actually have to perform by yourself, and that's kind of what I push towards people towards. I'm like, you could sit and take my alerts mindlessly and probably be good with it. However, I'd rather have you guys actually know why I'm taking the trade, and this is the exact breakdown of why I took the trade. And a lot of people took the trade in the morning, and we caught a nice risk to reward right at open, and we were pretty much done for the day. So I hope this helps, and until next time, I'll catch you guys.